All right, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to manage your trades properly. Okay, because 90% of you guys are doing it the wrong way, and it's costing you a lot of money. All right, I see it all in my DMs. How do I manage the trade? What do I do once I'm in the trade? How do I know it's going to work out? I'm going to answer that in this video. Okay, now you got to make sure that you stick until the end because I'm going to give you a surprise. But before that, let's just go ahead and dive right into it. All right, let's get into it. So, first things first. Okay, all of your trades should have a plan. Okay, very important. All of your trades should have a, can you guess? Predetermined, what do we need? We need entry, stop, and target. Okay, very simple. All of your trades should have a predetermined entry, stop, target. And 90% of the time, what you want to do is just follow that plan. Simple. Like that's where it kind of contradicts this video, but you need to essentially have no management of the trade. You simply just let it do what your original plan is. Now, there's a few times, okay, very, very small percentage, maybe 10% of the times, where you do want to manage it and, you know, maybe move your stop, maybe move your target, maybe change your entry a little bit, and I'm going to describe that in this video. But the most important thing that you guys need to realize, all of your trades should have a predetermined entry, stop, and target, okay? Let me show you an example. Okay, so I'm gonna show you an example of one, you know, where a trade that didn't work out and how you could have managed it properly to essentially break even or get away with a profit, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this example on ES, all right? We're on a 5-minute chart, okay? Now, it kind of depends on your strategy, right? I trade supply demand, I play trend, there's a lot of different things I look at. But to keep it simple, let's just focus entirely on trend. Let's say this entire strategy is based around trend, okay? And so we can see at this point in the market, okay, that we're in an uptrend. We made a high, a low, and a high. And then this move lower, we see that break in trend, okay? So we see this low gets broken here, this low gets broken here. And let's just say for our strategy and our thesis that we finally say, okay, now that we broke that trend, we're going to look to get short, okay? Because now we're expecting price to go lower. Simple, all right? Stay with me for a second. So we break that low, okay? And then let's say, okay, there's a few different ways we can do this. Let's say, you know, we have some liquidity up here, right? We have a nice little supply zone up here as well. So let's say, you know, we decide to get in right at this liquidity break. Okay, so right here, 4152.5. All right, so let's say we get in short here. Let's say we put our stop right above that supply zone, okay? Let's say our target is going to be down at this low here, this liquidity level down here. Okay, got a nice 1.7R trade. Beautiful, okay, beautiful. So what you're going to do, you get in here, you're going to sell, right? You're going to put your stop right above there, and your target is going to be right down there. Simple, all right? Now, this trade, obviously, as you can tell, you would have got stopped out, wouldn't have worked out, all right? So how could we have managed this trade properly? What could we have done differently? Now, like I said in the beginning, 90% of the time, you just want to let it run its course, okay? Because that's when you're logically thinking the most. The reason why, you know, really managing your trade is come down to experience level. You need to be experienced, advanced. You need to have the ability to think logically instead of with your emotions, which most people can't do. Okay, I couldn't do it the first like 4 years that I was trading. Okay, even the first like year I was successful, I still couldn't do it. Okay, it took me a long time to really be able to completely get rid of my emotions and think logically. So it's only going to work if you're able to think logically, all right? So let's think about this for a second. Okay, let's get in. We short here. Goes against us a little bit. We end up coming back down. We're like, okay, you know, we're almost at my target. Looks like things are going to start to work out. When this happens, right? Now, what are we trading? We're trading trend, okay? Now, if you mix in supply demand, that also works with this as well. But let's say we're trading trend. Price goes down. We're like, okay, you know, in a downtrend, what we're expecting is this low, high. We're expecting another low to form, okay? Which means after this move down, we're coming close to here. We should see this low break, right? That's what happens in a downtrend. You know, lows break in a downtrend, okay? You make lower lows. Very, very simple, all right? Now, you can see at this point, price comes down. We start creeping up a little bit. We're like, okay, that's fine. And then we have going up here again. And at this point, you're thinking, okay, maybe, we really should have went lower, right? If I'm trading based off trend, we expect price to go lower. We should have expected price to go lower and hit this target, but it didn't. And so the key management here is that you need to find an area of confluence that makes sense with the chart, where it's a logical stop. Okay, so let me explain that. In this example here, if we're trading trend, we also have supply and demand in the back of our head, it's what we also trade. You can see right here, well, we have this drop, we have a little bit of a 10-minute, consolidation here, and we have another drop lower. So we have a nice little supply zone right here, just like this, okay? Nice little supply zone. So you could have logically said, okay, we hit supply, we went lower, we should be breaking lower, and if we don't, then maybe we'll bounce off the supply and then head lower again. But if we get above the supply, now you got to think, okay, logically we should have broke this low, we didn't. Now we're above supply. That means there's some buyers here, some strong buyers here, which means maybe I should get out of the trade. Maybe I should de-risk a little bit, right? Again, this is more of an advanced training. Maybe you should de-risk a little bit, okay? Maybe you should just get out completely, right? Because you want price to move in your favor fast. You want price to show you that it's going to work in your trade. In an example like this, when price goes up and we break supply, this is an example of where, okay, when price is down here and we have another supply zone formed, now you want to move your stop right above that supply, okay? That's how you manage your trade properly. You identify the situation, you understand what's going on, you say we have another supply zone here. If price gets above here, I'm going to de-risk. I don't want to take any chances of getting out for a loss, because at this point, logically speaking, buyers are starting to show that we are now in control, and I want to be able to get out of that trade with my advantage. Simple. All right? So it's very important that you guys understand this, right? And then, again, the one thing I want you guys to know is that 90% of the time, you simply want to get in, put your stop, put your target, and then walk away. It's the easiest way to trade. You can be a very, very successful trader doing this. When you get a little bit more advanced and you fine-tune your strategy more, okay, and you have a lot more dialed in with your statistics, with your journal, with your trades, data on everything, then you can say, maybe it makes a little more sense to move my stop at certain points. For example, right here, this would be a good time to move your stop lower, right? Targets I would have changed. Again, the key thing with this as well is you should never move your stops greater, so you're risking more. You should only, if you ever do move your stop, do it so you're risking less. Same thing with targets. You should really only move your targets in your favor, so you're getting more money. You should rarely ever move your targets the other way. Okay, and at the end of the day, it all comes down to having a proper plan in place, so you have a strategy that actually works and you know what you're doing. Okay, so this is an example of a very simple trade that you could have managed in an easy way. Okay, you don't have to overcomplicate it. Another thing you could have done is said, okay, maybe we have another supply zone up here. I'm going to let it hit that and then go lower and put my stop a little bit lower, just a little bit above that supply, right? And then price hits the supply, we start coming down. And at this point, this is getting a little more advanced. You don't need to get this crazy with it, but you can say, okay, we have another demand zone here. If price is unable to break this demand zone, then I'm going to look to get out, a little bit earlier. So then price goes lower, right? Again, just off trend. We make a low, we make a high, we make a low, we bounce off demand. So really, this high should hold, right? If we're starting another downtrend, we expect the highs to hold and the lows to be broken. So if that doesn't happen, then you can say, okay, I'm going to have to move my stop right above this high here. And then you're risking a little bit less, and then that way you're getting a better trade overall. Okay? Simple. So hope you guys really learned from this video. If you guys do want to learn more about how I trade, I actually made a free training video, an on-demand training. All you have to do is click the first link in the description, okay? I'll show you literally my 3-phase system I use that makes me all my money today. Okay, it's very simple. And a lot of students have used it as well and are making lots of money inside the Freedom Team. But that's for another time. But if you guys are interested, click that first link in the video. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this one. It was a little more of an advanced play, a little more complicated, but hope you took some value from it. And if you did, please leave a like, please subscribe. Put in the comments other videos you should make, and I'll see you all inside the next video.